Yeah, hi everyone. Welcome to my Max Academy. In this session, we will continue on 10th standard CBSE Polynomials chapter from example 9. So, example 9, which is in your page number 35 in your textbook. Example 9 question is, find all the zeros of polynomial 2x power 4 minus 3x cube minus 3x square plus 6x minus 2. So we need to find all the zeros of this polynomial 2x power 4 minus 3x cube minus 3x square plus 6x minus 2. Now it's a polynomial of degree what? It's a polynomial of degree 4 because the highest power of the variable x is 4. So therefore it can have maximum of 4 zeros. We have to find all the zeros, but in which they have given 2 of the zeros. So they have given 2 zeros. So 2 zeros given are root 2 and minus root 2. Root 2 and minus root 2 are 2 zeros. So totally this polynomial can have maximum of 4 zeros. So 2 zeros are given. We have to find the remaining 2 zeros. We have to find the remaining 2 zeros. So totally we will get 4 zeros. 2 zeros are given and we will try to find 2 more zeros. So how do we find the remaining 2 zeros for this polynomial? So that is the question. Now the solution is that so they have given root 2 and minus root 2 are zeros of the polynomial. So we have this whenever if alpha is a 0 of a polynomial, if alpha is a 0 of a polynomial, then we can say then x minus alpha is a factor of p of x. X minus alpha is a factor of p of x. We can say that, which means x minus alpha is a factor of p of x, means x minus alpha will divide the polynomial, given polynomial p of x. If I call this as p of x. Now I will explain what this means. They have given 2 zeros are root 2 and minus root. Suppose if alpha and beta are 2 zeros of a polynomial, then we can say x minus alpha into x minus beta is a factor of p of x, which means what it means is x minus alpha into x minus beta. To multiply these two, you will get obviously a quadratic polynomial. That polynomial will exactly divide p of x, which means the remainder will get 0. That is the meaning of that. See, if x minus alpha is a 0, then if alpha is a 0, then x minus alpha is a factor of p of x, which means x minus alpha will divide p of x exactly, which means the remainder will be 0. If alpha and beta are 2 zeros of a polynomial, then x minus alpha into x minus beta is a factor of the polynomial p of x, which means if you multiply these two, you will get a polynomial which is obviously quadratic polynomial. That quadratic polynomial will exactly divide p of x. What is the meaning of exactly dividing p of x? When you do your polynomial division, when you divide your p of x by this polynomial, when you multiply this, you will get a quadratic polynomial. If you divide p of x by this polynomial, you will get the remainder as 0. That is the meaning of factor of the polynomial. So now here what is given? 2 zeros are, so we can take this as alpha and this as beta. Now alpha and beta are given. So as per this condition, alpha and beta are 2 zeros. So root 2 and minus root 2 are 2 zeros of p of x, which means this p of x. So therefore what we can say as per this, therefore we can say x minus alpha into x minus beta is a factor of p of x, which means x minus alpha. Alpha is what? Root 2. X minus alpha into x minus beta. Beta is minus root. x minus alpha. Alpha is root 2. So this is alpha, this is beta. Alpha and beta are two zeros. Then I can say x minus alpha. Alpha is root 2. The x minus beta. Beta is minus root 2. So minus of is a factor of p of x. So which means let's multiply this. What is x minus root 2 into x minus into minus plus root is a factor of p of x. So which means to multiply these two, what do we get? We get x minus 2 into x plus 2. It is in the form of a minus b into a plus b. We get a square minus b square. So that will be equal to x square minus 2, because root 2 the whole square is 2. So now therefore we get, so we can say therefore x square minus 2 is a factor of p of x, which means x square minus 2 will divide p of x. Exactly. What is p of x? P of x is this polynomial. Now we need to divide p of x, this polynomial, by this polynomial. So if we do the long division, the division of polynomial here, so let's try to do that. Let me write. So let's do the division here. So I'm going to divide x square. I'm writing the p of x here. P of x is what? 2x power 4 minus 3x cube minus 3x square plus 6x minus 2. So this we are going to divide by x square minus 2. Now I told you, you have to always write in the descending powers of x, in the decreasing powers of x. First x power 4, then x cube, then x square, then x, then constant. If any term is missing, you have to put 0 for that. Suppose if there was no x cube, then we would have to put 2x power 4 minus 0x cube or plus 0x cube. That doesn't matter. When you put 0, sign doesn't matter. You can put plus or minus, always put plus for 0. Plus 0x cube. Suppose if x cube term was not there, if you have just x power 4 and x square. So here if you see, after x square we should have x term. X term is not there. After x square I should have a x term, then constant term. So here I have x square, then directly I am getting also the missing term x. For that I had to put 0x, then minus 2. So x square minus 2, I am writing it as x square plus 0x minus 2. Now we need to divide these two. How do we divide? We will take the first term of this and first term of this. We will do that. Right? So 2x power 4 by x square. When I divide this first term by this, so 2x power 4 by this, 2x power 4 by this first term of this, always. So you cancel and you will get x square. So 2x square. So this will give you 2x square. So you'll get here 2x square. Now we should multiply 2x square, this whole thing, 2x square into this whole thing. So what is that? 2x square into x square plus 0x minus 2. What do we get if you multiply 2x square into x square is 2x power 4 plus 2 into 0 is will give you 0x cube, because 2 into 0 is 0, x square into x is x cube, minus 2 to the 4x square. Now we need to substitute this value here. So this will become 2x power 4, then plus 0x cube minus 4x square. Now we should subtract. When we subtract, we have to change the sign. So I'll put minus here because this is plus. Plus will become minus, minus will become plus. Now 2x power 4, 2x power 4 cancel, because this is plus 2x power 4 minus 2x power 4 cancel. Now minus 3x cube minus 0x cube will give you minus 3x cube. Then this is minus 3x square, this is plus 4x square, you get plus x square. Then we need to bring this 6x back. Now again we should take the first term of this, divide that by first term of this. So what the first term of this is? Minus 3x cube. Minus 3x cube by x square. That will give you minus 3x. That will give you minus 3. This is x square, this is x cube. And then x square and x cube, if it gets cancelled, you will have 1x. But this has 3x, this has 2x. If you cancel, you will have 1x. So minus 3x. So minus 3x. Now with the minus 3x, we have to multiply this x square, right? X square plus 0x minus 2. Right? If I do that, what do we get? Minus 3x into minus 3x cube Minus 3x into 0 is, you can put plus or minus, doesn't matter. Minus 0, or we can always put plus 0. When 0 comes, you can always put 0 because sign doesn't matter. Or if you want to go with minus into plus is minus, you can put minus 0, x into x is x square, minus 3x into plus 2 is plus 6x. Right? So now substitute this value here. So what do we get here? We get minus 3x cube minus 0x square plus 6x. Right? Now let's change the sign. We change the sign, so this will become plus, this will become plus, this will become minus. Now minus 3x cube, this is plus. After changing this thing, you have to see the change in sign. Cancel. Now this is x square, this is plus 0x square. 1x, this x square means 1x. 1x square plus 0x square is 1x square. Then these two also get cancelled. 6x and minus 6x. So it will become 0. Now bring this minus 2 down. You get minus 2. 0 means 0x. Right? 0 means 0x. Now again take this first term, x square by x square. We should keep on doing this till the degree of the remainder is less than the degree of the divisor. Till the time we should keep doing it. See, we may even stop here. But can we stop here? No. What is the degree of the remainder? 2. Highest power. So degree of the remainder is this entire thing. X square minus 2 or x square plus 0x minus 2. This reminder's degree is 2. The divisor's degree is also 2. Then which means it is not less. It is equal to. Then which means we should continue the long division. Continue the long division means we have to divide x square by x square. So what is x square by x square? First term of this will get 1. X square by x square will give you 1. X square, this x square by this x square is 1. So I'll put plus 1 here. Right? Now with 1 we have to multiply this. So 1 into this whole thing. So what do we have? So 1 into the whole thing. X square plus 0x minus 2. You will get x square plus 0x minus 2 when you multiply with 1. So you will get x square plus 0x minus 2. Now change the sign. This will become minus. This will become minus. Plus minus will become plus. Now, x square minus k square cancel. This is 0x and this is also 0x. This also will get cancelled. 0, 0 is 0. Minus 2 plus 2. This also will get cancelled. You get finally 0. And you must get the remainder as 0 because we know that x square minus 2 is a factor of p of x, which means x square minus 2 will exactly divide p of x, and that is what has happened here. X square minus 2 has exactly divided this polynomial p of x. Exactly dividing means what? The remainder should be 0. Suppose if you don't get the remainder 0, which means you made some mistake somewhere here. Plus minus, some minus you have missed, or some calculation mistake you have done. So always you must get 0 because they have given your root 2 and minus root 2 are the zeros of p of x, which means x square minus 2 is a factor. Factor means x square minus 2 will exactly divide my p of x. Exactly divide meaning the remainder will become 0 when you divide p of x by this. Now what we have got now is here after we do the long division. So now my p of x. Now I can say my x square minus 2, this polynomial into this polynomial 2x square minus 3x plus 1 as per our division algorithm. So this into this will give you this into this plus remainder 0 will give you this. Will give you my p of x. So which means this is equal, or my p of x can be written as, or you can say my p of x can be written as this into this. This into this will give me this polynomial. So what we have done, this is my p of x, this entire polynomial, my p of x. So p of x polynomial I have broken into two polynomials. We have split that into two polynomials. How do we know? How do we know? Because we know we will get always x square minus 2 into something. What is that something? That something is that quotient. So if you multiply these two, you will get this. Because the remainder is 0, so plus 0 as per the division algorithm. So we need not put the remainder. As per the division algorithm, it is what it says. P of x equal to g of x into q of x plus r of x. Right? So now, what we have done here, we have found that p of x can be split into two polynomials. Now, we know this x square minus 2 will give these two zeros. Because from these two zeros only we got this polynomial. Now we need to take this polynomial. This will give the remaining two zeros. So this polynomial has come from the two zeros that are given in the question. From these two zeros, we got this polynomial. Now, using this polynomial, we divided the p of x by this polynomial and we got this polynomial. Now, when you solve this polynomial, which means we have to find the zeros of this polynomial. Now, we have to find the zeros of this polynomial. So, now let's take this, which is the quotient polynomial. It's 2x square minus 3x plus 1. How do we find the zeros of this polynomial? We'll put equal to 0. Then we have to do the factorization. So, how do we do? So, this is 2x square. Now, when you multiply two numbers, I should get 2. Why? Because this is 2 into 1. Always you should take the coefficient of x square, multiply with the constant term. So, 2 into 1 is 2. So, when I multiply two numbers, I should get 2. When I multiply, I should get 2. And the numbers, if I add, I should get minus 3. So, which means they are minus 2x and minus x plus 1 equal to 0. I can split this minus 3x as minus 2x into minus x, because minus 2x and minus x is minus 3x. Multiply this, minus 2 into minus 1. Minus 2 into minus 1 is plus 2. When I add, I should get minus 3. When I multiply, I should get 2. When I add, I should get minus 6. This is the normal, splitting the middle term factorization that you do for any quadratic equation. As I said, you can watch my quadratic, how to factorize the quadratic polynomial video. There I have explained in detail how to factorize a quadratic polynomial in detail, various types of polynomials, quadratic polynomial. Okay, now we'll continue here. So now 2x is common, I'll get x minus 1. Here if I take minus 1 common, I'll get x minus 1 equal to 0, which means x minus 1 into 2x minus 1 equal to 0. Right? So which means x minus 1 equal to 0 or 2x minus 1 equal to 0. Right? So I will try to continue in this section, this part, the remaining continuation of this. Right? So, which means x minus 1 equal to 0 or 2x minus 1 equal to 0. I am writing the same step here. So, which means x is equal to 1 or 2x is equal to 1. Minus 1 goes this side to become plus 1, or x is equal to 1 by 2. So, we have found the other two zeros. What are the other two zeros? The other two zeros are 1 and 1 by 2. 1 and 1 by 2. So, totally now we have got all the four zeros. Two zeros is already given. Two zeros are already given in the question. And the remaining two zeros we have found, which are 1 and 1 by 2. So, we will say the zeros of, finally the zeros of p of x are root 2 minus root 2. So, these two are given in the question. And then 1 and 1 by 2. This 1 and 1 by 2, which we have found. 1 and 1 by 2 is something that we have found. Right? We have found. So, these two zeros are already given. These two zeros we have found. So, totally there are 4 zeros. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, this is an important board question. Right? They can ask you for a 3 or a 4 mark question. So, it's very important. They will give you some zeros. 2 zeros, they will ask you to find the remaining 2 zeros. Or in a cubic polynomial, they will give 1 zero. They will ask you to find the remaining 2 zeros. Because a cubic polynomial can have maximum of 3 zeros. Or they may give a polynomial of 4th degree and they will give you 2 zeros. They will ask you to find the remaining 2 zeros. It's a very easy question. If you just practice 2-3 times how to do this, and basically it's not only the practicing part, you have to understand the concept also. The concept is this: when 2 zeros are given, from the 2 zeros I can get a quadratic polynomial. Then I will divide my given polynomial by the quadratic polynomial that I got from the zeros, from the given zeros. Then divide, then take the quotient, then factorize the quotient to get the remaining 2 zeros. Clear? So now we will move on to exercise 2.3 in your textbook. We'll solve the problems in 2.3 exercise. I may not do all the problems, but if the problem is a similar type, then you can do, I will do one type, you can, the similar types you can do as homework. But if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me in my WhatsApp and I'll try to answer as much as possible. So now, let's go to exercise 2.3. Exercise 2.3 in your textbook, page number what? 36. Page number 36. See, already I in the previous video I asked you to try some of the problems in 2.3. Not sure how many of you have tried, but see, if you see the first one, first problem, it is divide the polynomial p of x by the polynomial g of x and find the quotient and remainder. It is just like this. You have to divide and find the quotient and remainder. I hope you can do this. So I will do one problem in that. I will do in the first problem, third subproblem, right? The first problem, third subproblem. I will do. What it is? P of x is given as what? So P of x is x power 4 minus 5x plus 6, and g of x is 2 minus x square. 2 minus x square. The other two, the first and second, you can try. If you have doubts, you can reach out to me in through this WhatsApp number, and I'll try to answer. So, so now we need to divide p of x by g of x. So which means we have to put this. So this polynomial will be inside because you are dividing this by this. P of x is divided by g of x. Now let's write the p of x. So x power 4. We have to write the highest power. Then after x power 4, don't write minus 5x here. We have to write the next. We are supposed to have an x cube term, but x cube term is not there. So we should put plus 0x cube. Then again, if you see x square is also not there, put 0x square. Then x is there. So minus 5x plus 6. So first you have to arrange the x in the descending powers of x, which means the decreasing powers of x. X power 4, x cube, x square, x, then number. If any term is missing, then you have to put, so here this problem x power 4 is there, but x cube is not there. So I have to put 0x cube. Again, x square is also not there. I have to put 0x square. Then x is there, so I have to put right. And then the number. Now again come back here. Again you have to write the first to the highest power, which is the highest. Don't write x. X square is highest power, so don't write x square. You have to say, write along with the sign minus x square. Right? Sign of x square is what? Minus. And sign of 2 is plus. Nothing is there means plus is there. Right? So plus 2. But we can't put plus 2 because here x term is not there. After x square I should have x term. Since x term is not there, you put 0x. Then write the number 2. 2 is plus 2. Clear? So first you have to rearrange and write it in this proper order. Then normal, however we do the division. Right? So what do? We'll take the first x power 4, first term of this and first term of this. So which means x power 4 by minus x square. This is x power 4 divided by minus x square. Always the first term of this, a first term of this. So I will get, this is plus by minus is minus, x power 4 by x square is x square. So I'll get minus x square. Clear? Then we will take this minus x square and multiply this whole thing with minus x square. So minus x square into this whole thing. This whole thing is what? Minus x square plus 0x plus 2. Now multiply minus x square into minus x square is plus x power 4. Minus x square minus into plus is minus 0x cube, and minus into plus is minus 2x square. Substitute this here. So x power 4 minus 0x cube minus 2x square. Now we have to subtract. When you subtract, I have to change the sign. So this will become minus, this will become plus, this will become plus. Now cancel out. Cancel x power 4, x power 4 will get cancelled. 0 and this is also 0. So 0, 0 will give you 0. 0x cube. So if it is 0x cube, you can ignore that. You need not write that. Right? Now here it is plus 2x square. So 2 will get 2x square. Then bring this minus 5x down. Bring this minus 5x down. And also make sure that when you have here, how many terms? 1, 2, 3 terms are there. Here also you should have 1, 2, 3 terms. Right? So you can bring in this 6 also. Even if you forget to bring the 6, I'll tell you what happens. Suppose if you bring only 5x. Suppose if you don't remember, because we always bring down only one value, right? So we'll bring down 5x. Then what do? Let's try to do normal division. So 2x square by minus x square. So 2x square by minus x square will give you minus 2. So we put minus 2 here. Right? Then we'll multiply. So minus 2 into minus 2 multiplied by minus x square plus 0x plus 2. And multiply minus 2 with this entire thing. So what do we get if we do that? We'll get 2x square minus 0x minus 4. So you'll get 2x square minus 0x. Then you get minus 4, but there is nothing, no corresponding number here. Then you have to bring this plus 6. Because you see 3 terms here, but here there are only 2. So you need to bring this also. Now subtract them, minus. This minus will become plus. Minus will become plus. 2x plus 2 is still gone. Minus 5x plus 0x is minus 5x. Plus 6 plus 4 is plus 10. Now what we should do? We should stop the division here, because the degree of the remainder is what? What is the degree of this? 1. Because it is minus 5x plus 10. The highest power of the variable is 1. So 1 is the degree here. The degree is 2. So we should stop the division here. We should not proceed. Don't divide minus 5x by, take the first term of this and first by first. We cannot proceed. So whenever you get a remainder, always make sure that the reminder's degree is greater than or equal to the divisor degree. If it is less than, then you have to stop. Here it is less. Degree of r of x is less than degree of g of x, the divisor. So we will stop here. So then we will write the quotient and the remainder. The problem ends here. I think the question is find the polynomial and find the quotient and remainder. Right? It is to find the quotient and remainder. So we don't have to verify the division algorithm here. So the quotient is equal to minus x square minus 2, and the remainder is minus 5x plus 10. Right? Minus 5x plus 10. That's all. So the quotient is minus x square minus 2, and the remainder is minus 5x plus 10. Fine. Right? So this is how we would do this. Let me erase this. And the next one, we'll go to the second problem. So the second problem is the same thing. Check whether the first polynomial is the factor of the second polynomial by dividing the second polynomial by the first polynomial. They say divide the second polynomial by the first polynomial. The by polynomial will come here. Dividing this by this. Don't write ulta. Don't write this here and this here. Don't get confused. We always have confusion. Which will come inside, which will come outside. Right? If we say the normal notation is p of x by g of x. Divide. Means p of x by g of x means g of x is dividing this. G of x is dividing this. Or p of x is divide p of x by g of x means g of x will come out and p of x will. So whichever is by, that will come out. Or they make you this like this, p of x divided by g of x. Divided with, obviously this will come here and p of x will go here. So now here the second problem. This has many problems. I will do one of them. Which one shall we do? Again I will do the fourth problem here. Sorry, third problem. In second, we have to check whether the first polynomial is the factor of the second polynomial, which means we have to divide the second polynomial by the first polynomial. Right? So, what is the question? So, the first two problems in the second problem has three sub problems. Right? You can do the first and second. I will do the third one. Right? So, here also I will do the third one. Let me erase all this. Fine. Let me erase this also. Okay. So in the second problem, I am going to do the third sub problem. So we have to divide. So what are the polynomials given? You have to divide the second polynomial by the first polynomial. So second polynomial by the first polynomial, second polynomial will come inside x power. So x power 5 minus 4x cube right? X power 5 minus 4x cube. So x power 4 term is not there. So I'll put 0 x power 4 minus 4x cube plus x square plus 3x plus 1. I divide this by the first polynomial, which is x cube. Then x square term is not there, so you have to put 0x square minus 3x plus 1. Minus 3x plus 1. Right? So we have to divide. I'm just making sure that the question. So always make sure that you write the question properly. Otherwise, if you write the question wrong, then everything will become wrong. Right? So now again we are dividing again the normal long division I'm going to do. So x power 5. I take the first term of this divided by first term of by x cube. That gives you x square. So write x square here. Then multiply x square with this whole thing. So x square into this whole thing, x cube plus 0x square minus 3x plus 1. So x power 5, x square into this is 0x power 4 minus 3x cube plus x square. Now substitute that here. So x power 5 plus 0x power 4 minus 3x cube plus x square. Now subtract, so change the sign. So this will become minus, minus, plus, minus. So x power 5 cancels. So 0, 0, both are 0. That will also get cancelled. Minus 4x cube plus 3x cube is minus x cube. X square will get cancelled. We'll bring down this 3x. So plus 3x. Right? Suppose we don't forget to bring this. Suppose we bring this, then again x cube by x cube. Divide this by x. So minus x cube. This first term by this first term. X cube. This will give you minus 1. X cube will give you 1. There is a minus. So minus 1. Put minus 1. Minus 1 into x square, x cube plus 0x square minus 3x plus 1. Right? If you want, you can put 0. See here, if you cancel these two, right? X square minus x square gives you 0x square. Then you are bringing this down. So make sure that here also you have all the three: x cube, x square, x. Right? So these two, if it get cancelled, it will 0x square. Now multiply this. Minus 1 into x cube is minus x cube. Minus 1 into 0x square is minus 0x square. This is plus 3x. Plus into minus is minus 1. Right? Plus into minus is minus 1. Right? So what do we get here? We have to check whether it is the okay. So what do we get? So we'll substitute here. So we'll get minus x cube minus 0x square plus 3x minus 1 we are getting. So bring this plus 1 also down. And then we have to subtract. So plus will become minus. This will become plus. Cancel. Anyway 0. This is also getting cancelled. Minus plus 1 is that I always see. So plus 1 plus 1 is 2. So the remainder is not equal to 0. So it is not a factor. They are checking whether the first polynomial is a factor. So this first polynomial is a factor of second polynomial. The answer is no. Why? Because the remainder is not equal to 0. So therefore, so we'll say remainder not equal to 0. Therefore, first polynomial, or you can say this one. They call that as g of x, p of x. No. So we can say therefore this polynomial x cube minus 3x plus 1 is not a factor of this polynomial x power 5 minus 4x cube plus x square plus 3x plus 1. Here we need not write the 0 on top here. Here you need not write the 0. When you are doing the division, you are right. So since the remainder is 2, which is not equal to 0, therefore this is a factor of. This is not a factor. Sorry, this is not a factor of this because the remainder is not equal. If you get the remainder as 0, then it is a factor. You will say yes, this is a factor of this because the remainder is 0. The remainder is not 0 here, so it is not a factor. Clear? So we will stop here and I will continue the rest of the problem in the next class, next session. video. Thank you.